What up, gamers? Fancier here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Last time we got to know more about Shenhe here. Also retrieved that, what is it called? Yeah, that whatever that thing was that makes the rocks float, or the Jade Chamber float around. Anyways, let's go and wait for like a day, or not a day. We just gotta wait the following day, around at 8, and I think Shenhe heard our conversation. We saw like a shadow of her, I think. All right. It is daytime, and for some
It's
reason the
time to
cloud
move on.
retainer is
We
still
shouldn't
here.
stay here.
Oh, never mind. She's not here anymore. All right, moving on.
Hey, so Shenhua.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh, how did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me.
I forgot. Does she have the red rope on her?
After all,
Oh,
Master
I see
is
it.
very talkative.
Yeah, I see the rope now.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's even on her hair.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
I agree.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other two items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going.
The secretary.
After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly.
I mean,
And
if they're still
another thing,
finding
we
it,
bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
yeah, if they're still trying to find that green rock thing that we just got. I mean, why do we have to why do they have to get it in order? Can they not do the other ones first? Just the way Paimon said that they have to do it first, I guess. Maybe.
Look, look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
Oh wait, no. I guess maybe just Paimon is saying that, just because it's hard to find that thing, that we can take things slowly since we got one so fast.
But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey!
Oh, what the heck?
People Paimon doesn't know?
Me too.
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into two phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this
He
rapidly
sounded like he was so
thanks to the
close,
plastrite
but I saw no
provided
one.
by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
So who are these guys?
Wow, can't believe you sourced the Plostrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Have I seen her? I don't know if she was also from the 4-star selector or something.
Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vatuian Osile, right? Oh, sure enough, your reputation precedes you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yoon, or Yoonjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
I feel like, was she also in the miscellany? Dang, I'm forgetting these characters.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry, I'm not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. Well, from today on, I guess all of us are friends. Miss Yoon is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the Plostrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
And let me guess, the first 3 that wins is gonna be us.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3
Oh, I knew it.
contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Just no double crossing, please.
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The Plostrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it.
Oh, they got it
The 2
too?
remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
You can trust Master Zhang's smithing skills.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
All right.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Ask Master Zhang about wonder cores. I think I've seen Master Zhang. I don't remember if I met him. I don't think I've met him before. But I remember seeing him in the Genius of Vacation cards that was available. I do remember that, I think. But yeah, let's go and ask him. Yeah, screw all the generic NPCs competitors. Now it's gonna be us anime very anime looking characters. That's gonna win the first three. Uh, yeah, just funny. Just predicting that because I was also watching another anime where the first seven, uh, the top seven of a competition would be into the finals or something. And yeah, like the seven main characters pretty much got those positions. So yeah, I felt like that was gonna be also a thing here, be a thing here. I'm guessing that's him over here. Yeah, I never met him before, I think.
Hmm? Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf? Or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No? We were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market.
Then, where do we start?
I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff.
Ooh.
Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
Sure. All right. Oh wait, we were just there. Nice. That was fast. We can just head there immediately. All right. So right behind us. Here we are.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh. Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand.
What? Well, that's kind of sad.
Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
Oh no.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Wait, hold on. I wonder, because earlier, Shenhe said Mount Tianheng. What if that's her? What if the story is about her? Because now we're talking about little girl now, which I'm guessing is Shenhe when she was little.
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade.
Yeah,
She approached the
I think that's
monster's
her.
lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor.
I think it's Shenhe.
Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her
Yes.
as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment,
Just look.
she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
Look at Shenhe.
I really like this story,
I bet.
but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Alright, so now we know about Shenhe's story. Use visions to find Star Splinter Iron. Is it the site or what? I haven't been using the site too much. Yeah, I never really use it. Oh. That's just a sigil. It's just a sigil, okay. Now what the heck am I supposed to do here? Ouch. Man, level 48. That gets me worried that I might need to level up again. Nice. And I want to so that I can continue with the Spiral Abyss, but I also have to worry about a second team too. Yeah, I need to do a second team. And that's gonna be tough for me to also level up. It'll take me some time. That must be it.
Come a little closer.
I'm not sure what the visions mean. Use visions to find it, but we just found it now. I think I found another one here. I can hear them. They kind of hum a bit. Yeah, they hum.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Symposium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Sure. Alright. Is there another one? I can hear another hum. No, I don't think so. I just heard something.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Huh? What?
didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
What?
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhe, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
Uncle.
It's...
Oh,
It's...
the hair too. It matches.
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true.
Is that the father?
All these years?
Or, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to find
Now he
Subrosium,
talks.
but I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhe?
I mean, uncle, right?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Sure. So much of Shenhe's past is just unraveling. Like ever since the cloud retainer. Alright. Found one here. Records of a
The remains
changing
of a
village.
god. An abandoned village. Mount Tianheng.
A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village. Exorcist. Isn't that I remember seeing that with what is his name? Shang Yun? I think he's also a exorcist too. Are we gonna meet him soon? But in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his house. That's sad. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you are in this area.
Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village? The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
I feel bad for for the yeah, for the family in general. All right, part
Huh.
2.
What's this?
A rag and notebook. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier, your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer this pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, and that you only wish for me to take care of Shenhe. But if you regret nothing, why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately, though I still breathe. I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instructions to summon a god, and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity. Oh, I guess whoever Adepti said it is correct, and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days pass, and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I am sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please, forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you. In person. Um... So what is this? I'm not sure whose perspective or who wrote this down. I don't know if this is from the father. Um, or is this the wife? I don't know. Maybe this was the true story of the divine damsel of devastation. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I'm not sure who wrote this down. I'm not sure who wrote this whole thing down.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was
Okay, the father.
sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
I don't know why. It's so weird,
We've
but
looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sabrosium.
you know, even though the story is just being
Let's have a
told
look over there.
by text and stuff, I don't know why. I just got a bit teary-eyed. Like, yeah, I'm getting a bit teary-eyed because, you know, just the story, like, it's just sad. And now that we know the true story, like the father actually sacrificed, and it was not like a volunteer. But yeah, wow, dude, Shenhe has a really good story. Probably the best one I've seen right now. Yeah, very good, man. Jeez, it's so it's so heavy.
This is it.
A mountainous miscellany. Magic engraved on subrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe that the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding subrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you may find subrosium if you stand in the middle of of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk and look at the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Dang, dude, freaking Shenhe. Such a good story. Like, we don't need to see, like, it's being told by other people, like, outside of her. Like, even without some fancy cutscenes, like, it's really good, in my opinion.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's.
Of course, you're
I
the
could have
uncle.
stopped him from performing the summoning ritual.
Or maybe just a really good
I
friend
had plenty of chances.
to be considered an uncle.
I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back.
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
Alright, goodbye.
Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Alright guys, so yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Next time, we'll be doing, I guess, the next part for getting the second material. Yeah dude, freaking Shenhe. I mean, in my opinion, when it comes to like a individual story of a character, I mean, we had Gaming and like Shenhe now. I would say Shenhe, I like it more just because I like, you know, I guess, I just feel like sadder stories like that is usually, like, I guess, is what I find more, I guess, in value or, but yeah, I just like it more pretty much. Just sadder stories like that, and just how they're trying to go through it, like how they try to move forward about it. But yeah, guys, really good stuff here. We'll see how this continues on next time. I wonder what the story is going to be like with the other girl. Yeah, we so far it's been Yunjin, and I guess next time that other girl we'll be hanging out with. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good